What's up, everyone? Carlo here, and I'm doing this quietly because my brother's asleep. Earlier, when I was trying to record, he was playing bass, so I figured I could wait. And I think I waited at a suitable time, so let's get started, shall we? So let's start with some albums. This one was just below, and I'm sorry to say this, but this slipped off my hand when I was recording earlier, and I didn't want to start it out like that, so this is Slipknot's All Hope Is Gone, and this is the one that broke. I wasn't swinging it around or anything. It just slipped off my hand somehow, and this is why I don't like plastic cases. Why are people still making these? Or still making CDs casing this? This is bad for CDs, and if they accidentally drop, yeah, good thing not all my CDs are packaged like that. But anyway, this is their album, I think in 2008, if I'm not wrong about what I said. And, yeah, some of the stuff, 2008. Yeah, I could read upside down, at least something. So, yeah, 2008, if that's true. And, so, yeah, some of these I already listened to on YouTube. I think Gojira, but definitely Dead Memories, Sulfur, All Hope Is Gone itself, the self-titled song, which is actually the last song in the album. And, did I say Psychosocial? I don't know, but I think I might have said Sulfur, so a few within there. I'll be interested in getting some new stuff, kind of like what I did with We Are Not Your Kind, because sometimes you just gotta really take risks. You gotta take a risk to actually listen to a full album at times. I think that's kind of what was conflicted by Napster, but I'm not gonna worry about something that happened in 2001 because Napster's much different and times change, right? So yeah, it's still a website, by the way. So anyway, another metal album. This one's Corrosion of Conformity, Deliverance. I don't really know much about stoner metal. I mean, I'm not familiar with the band itself, so this will be kind of a new experience for me. That's what my brother got. And this one, I think my uncle got me that one. And this one, either it was him or his girlfriend. Or my uncle's girlfriend, perhaps. Eternal, to be precise. And I'm going to move that aside, because right now it's getting a little distracting. But let's start with the metal stuff. This is another one my brother got me. This is from what I heard, the only album from the Swedish death metal band Carnage. And it's called Dark Recollections, as you can see. And this was 1990 from what I gathered, so it was very early 90s stuff. I heard there were plenty of Florida death metal bands as well, and let's see, taken from the demos and stuff, so yeah, up 10 tracks that are studio tracks. I actually listened to the entire album when working out, and it's a good album. I'm not quite a fan of, or I'm not quite the person for death and black metal, and even some thrash metal, and some thrash and speed, or extreme in terms of that, but this is a good album, regardless. I gave it for what it is, and even if I'm not much of a listener for it, I'd say it's good for what it is. Because death metal is death metal, and yeah, basically, so yeah, black metal I'm definitely not big into. But this is not black metal, of course. This is traditional heavy metal. Iron Maiden's latest album as of the time that this video is recorded. This album is called Senjutsu, for those that that can't read that completely, but then again, it's not that hard to read, but that does look like a V in some cases, but it's Senjutsu. I don't even know which one is the front, either it's this one or this one, but both look pretty intimidating. I like the samurai look, and I'm definitely going to give it that. And, yeah, they even have a music video where two samurais, one being this guy, the other being another rather human, teaming up together, and man, I feel bad for him. I think that music video was Strachico or something, but I don't know. So this is two CDs, and I gather, well, definitely 2 discs. And let's see what's in here. I think they're this is the lyric sheet as well. Yeah, I love this. I love this art. It's really nice, and no, the band is not Japanese, for those that don't know about the band. The band's English. They're from England, pretty much. Also, I think there was only like one founding member of the band. As of right now, I think that would be like Steve Harris. No, it's not Bruce Dickinson. Someone else was like Paul Diano was there before. But now I'm getting off out of my sack of myself. So yeah, we got more of this stuff. And parchment. All this other stuff. So disc 2, or disc 1 and disc 2. So, wait. Okay, so third track is Writing on the Wall. That one had a music video as well. Alright, yeah, I think Strategic that also had one. Now, next one is Gojira. And, so Gojira, this one's Fortitude. These guys are from France, by the way. Basically, from what I gather, they're technical death metal, group metal, something like that. I think also post, but definitely some very aggressive metal subgenres. And as a whole, they're a heavy metal band, according, as you could say, or just silly metal. And this one is another kind of extreme one, unlike Senjutsu, which has some clean vocals, because that's how Bruce Dickinson sings. Am I right? Yeah, I'm right. But another one that's also extreme. Yeah, I'm not that close to this stuff when compared between that and the whatever. This one's a, you could say extreme metal, because actually that's where thrash metal is part. That's what thrash metal is part of. Exodus, Persona non grata. Persona non grata, if I said that right. Nuclear Blast Records, a company that also published some Blind Guardian albums. And this one's a CD and a bonus Blu-ray. So it's kind of like I guess you could say a combo pack, pretty much. So this is the CD, and this is the Blu-ray. Again, I do not like these plastic cases. I'm glad not. And it's pretty much like a few of my Metallica stuff, like Kill 'Em All. But Master of Puppets and Ride Lightning, I don't have in these stupid cases. Not saying the album's bad, but man. And what kind of art is this? Like, looks like zombies or something. Like something came out in Left 4 Dead 2 if it went all that supernatural, or 1 or 2. I don't know. Definitely some kind of monster stuff. This was also the first band that Kirk Hammett was part of, or actually I don't know about the first, but it was a band that Kirk Hammett used to be part of, and then he joined Metallica after they kicked Dave Mustaine out for good reasons, like I think it was drunken stuff and all that, and that's just very sad. I don't know what the Blu-ray contains, so I can't really judge. But anyway, yeah. So right now I'm trying to get this back in. Alright, do we have anything else that's metal? I think that's it. So, let's finally go to this. This is Blind Guardian Battle Lines of Fear. This is actually their first album in 1998, or 1988, I'm sorry. Also from Nuclear Blast, so that's pretty cool. This is 2 CDs, remixed and original. Same songs, no demos or bonus tracks from what I gather, and you can already tell like Gandalf's Rebirth. Yeah, I think that one's that's definitely best in Lord of the Rings, but so is Majesty. I think Trial by the Archon, and but definitely Majesty and Gandalf's Rebirth, according to Wikipedia. Guardian of the Blind. That one's based on Stephen King's It, the book itself, not the show. Actually, this came out like a few years before the show. And let alone the live action, let alone the 2-part movie. So this is the Blind Guardian lyric sheet. And what do we got here? So, yeah. Let's see what we have here. So some of them are published by EMI. Some are Warner Chappell and Tana Music Edition, all that, and all that kind of stuff. Oh, Majesty. Someday I hope to do a full album of this one too. It's a really good album, and oh great, is this expiring right now? No, it's fine. So yeah, I actually played this entire album in my paternal grandfather's brown van for as much of an old van it is, it still did not hurt to play a CD without scratching it, by the way, and it all kicked butt, and, well, people realized it was rocking out, and my grandfather was more than nice enough to let me do it. I mean, he loves heavy music, I guarantee it, and, I mean, in fact, he would always want to listen to the heavier stuff from Queen, so he definitely liked some of the heavy stuff. And this is, of course, the Blind Guardian, all that, and all the guest musicians. Hansi Kirsch, vocals and bass. I don't know why he gave up on the bass. I mean, his choice is his choice. I mean, Timo Tolkki kind of did the same thing with vocals and just focused more on guitar, but who knows? Maybe it was a choice. Maybe he didn't feel he was good at it or something, or I don't know. But choices are choices. The band still rocks out anyway, so I'm not going to be too mad about it. I don't think I ever will be, even the slightest. So yeah, Andre Olbrich. I don't know German stuff, okay? And Thomann Drums. Now, this is who they used to have, but then he got replaced because he left the band he was just unsatisfied with the direction the band was going with their album Night at the Opera. Some of you guys have probably listened to it as the first Blind Guardian album that you've heard from them. Okay, now I'm going a little over myself, but yeah, I mean, look, I get it. He didn't like how the band was going experimental and all that, but at least give one chance. Like, sometimes you gotta play other stuff, and people will get bored of the same thing. Am I right, Thomann? Look, Thomann, you're a good drummer, but still. Well, thankfully they're kind of back to their old roots with the single Deliverance from Evil, which is what to expect from the next Blind Guardian album coming out in 2022 as of right now. But anyway, that's enough Blind Guardian talk. Time to talk about this. So, Hans-Peter Frey, drums on Gandel's Rebirth. I'm going to have to listen to that. Is there something that Thomann couldn't do? I don't know. Backing vocals from some other guys, keyboards from one guy. I think he's the one that did the organ part of Majesty. And special thanks to that. And but yeah. I should mention that, yes, they are very satisfied with the album that they pulled out, or the album they made, and these other guys back when they were very young. I think this one's Hansi. Very special thanks goes out to our families, partners in crime, and all the other nice and supportive friends we have met on the road of life so far. Looking back on more or less 30 years, we have to admit that there were quite a few. People joined us and disappeared after a while, yet there is one big exception. You, the most valiant and noble bard of all. Your loyalty will keep the battle lines of fear under control so that our twilight world shines on forevermore. So, that one's, yeah. Andre, with every first album, a band is already creating a path that will either lead to success or failure. With the song Majesty, we created the root of the epic and complex songwriting, for which we became famous for over the years. For me, making the album will always be one of the absolute highlights in our whole career. 4 kids made their dream come true, signed a record deal, and recorded their first album. That's from Marcus. Now from Hansi. Do we believe Battle Lines of Fear was the best album ever up to the point a second album of Blind Guardian would be released? Absolutely. When I think about it today, it obviously had been underrated by the media and the metal fan. Therefore, it has not become the most successful debut album ever. Yet I have to admit, it gave us headroom to create better albums afterwards. Lots of headroom. So nothing from Thomann. That's sad. And for those that are wondering what the album's genre is, so Blind Guardian is known for power metal and also some progressive and symphonic, and I guess you could say also some bit of speed and thrash as well, because they're kind of going a little more to that at times. They still know their roots, but then probably more so than Therion did, even though Therion was completely different than they used to be, because they were death metal and now they're symphonic metal. But anyway, this album is basically speed metal that touches on thrash metal, so it's mainly speed metal. Like I said, I really want to do videos explaining subgenres. And this one is Derek Sherinian Planet X. or it's not the entire name, but Derek Shrinian, and the album is called Planet X. Oh my gosh, is it that dusty? Yeah, I really need to clean this when I get the chance. I hate... Okay, well, I'm not really sensitive to dust, but it just looks bad. But I'll deal with it for now. So we got this one's pretty much like progressive instrumental rock stuff. I think some fusion stuff as well. I listened to one of these tracks, and I still gotta listen to the others because it's really cool stuff. He's also part of a band that's actually called Planet X, like this album. It's just a shame that I couldn't really get their CDs because, man, it is so expensive! But anyway, I have yet to listen to more of this, and I bet it's going to be a good album. I'll have to make another video about it another time sometime. But anyway, away from the metal stuff, now I gotta show this to you guys. Now, who knows much about Motown? Anyone? Either way, this is the Millennium Collection of the Temptations. And what do we got here? This one's I think this is just a one disc, but kind of a small Millennium Collection, but no matter. I don't know what I'm gonna think about this one, but my dad and I are both familiar with Motown, so I think we'll both. I think I'll have something to like here. It's classic Motown. What more could you want? All right, what am I missing? Okay, guys, sorry about that. I just almost forgot about this. So this is the Essential Earth, Wind, and Fire. And this one, I love these guys. I love this band, by the way. So we got here Indestructible African Bee, American Pop Culture. So yeah, it's very promising too. And so we got here. Okay, so I think this is Maurice White, but I don't know. But this is a 2-disc set, and it's very large too. This is the Essential. I also have an Essential Michael Jackson as well, and yeah, I listened to both albums completely at my grandma's house because I was visiting him one time to celebrate New Year, and this is a darn good album. If you need to get into Earth, Wind, and Fire, I think you should probably get the CD if you can. It should be available on Amazon, and so should all of their studio albums, because I need to listen to those too. Someday I definitely plan to get any studio albums from them, so I'll wait and see. Now another one that one wasn't really Motown, by the way, but here's one that is, and this is Motown Classics Gold. I'm not sure if anyone could say it's Motown. I mean, you guys depend on that, but this is one for many Motown stuff. Money, that's what I want. Let's see what we got here. Barrett Strong, The Miracles, The Marvelettes. Can you guys let me know if you know any of these guys? I mean, you guys probably know the Diana Ross and the Jacksons, or Jackson 5, but anyone else, guys? Please let me know in the comments, because I'd be curious to know. Stevie Wonder, oh, I know him for sure. And I actually listened to this song before I got this album. So, Uptime. It's a nice song, too. Stevie Wonder's really good, and I'd say pretty much the Jacksons themselves, especially Michael. Like, I gotta listen to the others sometimes, so when they went solo, and can you imagine if they stuck as a band? I mean, they'd probably still be the Jacksons like they were before they all went solo, but going solo can be kind of natural. I mean, Beatles end up deciding to go solo too. Yes, there were plans to split up before Yoko Ono came into the spotlight or something. So, yeah. Alright, what's next? I think I went over all the albums and stuff, so now I'm going to go on to the books, because I got some books too. So what do we got here? Now this is Robert Jordan's Wheel of Time Book 1, The Eye of the World, the international #1 bestseller. Now, an original series on Prime Video. I actually sold the entire season myself, and I'm sorry guys, but look, I tried to see what the problems people had, and I didn't really think it was really that bad of a show, but I mean, as a show itself, I have never really read this book, so I can't really judge. But who knows? I mean, not everyone can think the same, and even AVGN doesn't appreciate Titanic the same way a lot of people would. And by the way, guys, to anyone that watched the first season and grew up reading the books, or even whether you read them or not, if you didn't like the show so far, hopefully they'll make a second season that more people will actually love, because there's got to be room to improve over your mistakes, right? So, for those that didn't really like the show, I feel bad for you, man. For any of you guys that didn't, but so yeah. And this is a huge book, by the way. This is like more than 30 chapters. Like, how many? Like, whoa, oh, almost 50? Yikes. I don't know how much I'm going to track here, but hopefully it's not too tough of a book. I mean, this is completely different than the Chronicles of Prydain, which Disney actually had plans to readapt after The Black Cauldron, the film, which is what the second book is called. And hopefully they do a good job at it. I mean, a lot of people wanted Disney to redo something like the film Black Cauldron, and I think if they readapted the books, that's about as close as we could get. And it's not a bad idea either. Hopefully they don't mess things up like they did with Artemis Fowl, because I haven't watched the movie at all, but I heard that film was as bad even as a movie itself. And as an adaptation, a movie adaptation, you have to be good as an adaptation and a movie itself. Like, even if it's loosely based on the source material, you still have to understand it, like show that. But anyway, this is In the Blink of an Eye, a Perspective on Film Editing, 2nd edition by Walter Merck. And we got some words from Francis Coppola. I can't believe anyway, George Lucas. I know that one too, but Philip Kaufman, I don't think so. Neither Fred Zinnemann, but I know Coppola. I don't know how in the world Coppola went downhill with movies like Jack, which I heard was bad. But let's see what we got here. Dragonet. A lot of Don't Worry Silly Movie. So looks like there are a lot of words or stuff. There's a lot of information that seems to talk about editing. So I hope to go over this sometime. It might be a helpful book, especially because I plan to be a Hollywood filmmaker in the future. If I don't, that's going to be very sad, because I want to show off my creativity, and I want to unleash it, like, get it out of me so I can make something creative that you guys and anyone can enjoy. Because that's what we all want, right? I want to entertain you guys. This is the Essential Directors, Art and Impact of Cinema's Most Influential Filmmakers, and there are plenty of them. Let's see, there's Charlie Chaplin over there. I don't know this guy, but Stanley Kubrick, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know all these guys, so I'm sorry, but I wonder who that is. I don't think I recognize that face. Let's see what else there. I wonder who this is. I think that face is familiar. So what do we got? Is that one Orson Welles? I don't know. But oh, well, this is from these words are from Orson Welles. Okay, so let's see what you bring up. Okay, Steven Spielberg. I think that's from The Color Purple. By the way, I heard from my grandma that Spielberg was influenced by cartoons. I even brought it up on my server, and one guy said it's another reason to like him. I wonder which movies he made that were influenced by cartoons, or that did have the cartoon influence, like maybe the Indiana Jones stuff, but that was kind of written by Lucas, so I don't know. I'll have to read this sometime, so I'm not sure what to think here for now. And, oh look, we got a shot of E.T. Also Jaws, which Spielberg said was a very big pain for him to film. And, of course, we got Harrison Ford over here. Gotta love Harrison, am I right? And this is first 50 pop ballads you should play on the piano. Well, playing with ballads and stuff. Someday I hope to I'm actually still playing a keyboard with this kind of stuff, and this is definitely different than others, like reading music, of course, but wait, okay. Hopefully it'll get me started, because I want to know enough keyboard to be impressive and stuff. And this is the Jumbo Easy Piano Songbook. I don't think it's really by level, so you really just have to decide which one suits you most, and I'm hoping I can take more time to learn keyboards, so yeah, this is a huge book, by the way. And what we got here, Super Mario 3D World Bowser's Fury. I have the original, but I heard this one does have some improvements, like the movement being more like you're actually using an analog stick and all that, and especially the huge add-on that they made, which kind of makes it feel, oh wow, this. So with Bowser's Fury, you know, if Nintendo decides to keep pushing Mario to be more cinematic and cool like Sonic did, hopefully they don't do the Shadow the Hedgehog thing about Hedgehogs looking for their damn Chaos Emeralds. So hopefully they don't go that way. But who knows? I mean, if they just go in a cool fantasy sci-fi thing, I think it could be fine. Just don't go too edgy. And from what I gathered, I only watched footage, but this is cool stuff. So I hope to play it sometime. Maybe I'll stream some on YouTube streams later on, or my Discord server especially. This one, I don't know. I don't think I got this as a Christmas gift, but I'm just putting it here in case. I don't really know. Oh, one album I forgot to bring up. I could have easily missed it. This is Vangelis' album Mask. Pretty cool album, by the way, and I haven't listened to all of it, but I think I have. But this is such a good album, and it's worth getting if you're into electronic music or classical music with electronic instruments. Vangelis does it so well. I actually feel like I'm listening to an orchestra. I can easily tell that. I'm like, this is electronic instruments, but the way they're played, it's really good. And let's see if I can get something out of here. I need to vacuum some stuff later on, but wow, not much. That's a little bit of a shame. So composed, arranged, produced, and performed by Vangelis. Or Vangelis, I don't know. So yeah, this is cool stuff. Oh, this one. Moments That Made the Movies by David Thompson. What else have we got here? Alright, I'm going to give you guys some time to read this, and I have not really opened this book yet, so I'm hoping to make a video talking about it. Anyway, what else am I missing? Okay, so I think I got everything. Oh, one more album. I almost forgot this one. Judas Priest, Screaming for Vengeance. I'm so sorry, guys, for not doing this earlier. I just forgot something. But special 30th anniversary edition. Got some cool songs there. We got Hellion, Electric Eye, Bloodstone, Screaming for Vengeance, and all that. And like Iron Maiden, these guys are an example of the new wave of British heavy metal movement, where they used more punk rock elements in heavy metal and stuff. And this is one of them. This was early 80s, I think. Definitely before Painkiller, which was a big hit from what I gathered. So, yeah, definitely some cool stuff. Anyway, another book here. What do we got? The Filmmaker's Handbook, a comprehensive guide for the digital age. Stephen Asher with Edward Pincus, The Bible Updated, The Independent. So, it's another book meant for filmmakers to read. So, we got all this stuff here. And there are also some other games I got, but I didn't, or asked for, but I don't think I got them yet. I'll put something in the description or whatever if I find out I did. We got measuring tools and stuff that talks about a lot of film elements like lenses, all this kind of stuff. So, I think I've actually gotten everything settled for what I got for Christmas. Okay, so before I actually end the video, well, you know what, I'm going to put this a little lower too. So before I actually end the video, I'm still going to put two 2 bonuses, really. I don't know what else I got for Christmas, but here's something that was actually given to my mom from my brother. This is a manga version of the classic story Pride and Prejudice from Jane Austen. And this already has some plenty of interesting comments here. Let's see what we got here. If this stupid camera is willing to... Okay, yeah, it actually works. This adaptation retains all the charm and fun of the characters and situations and is a great way to experience... Okay, great way to expose those without the time or inclination to pick up the novel from Good Comics for Kids, School Library Journal. Okay, so that's actually quite promising. I gotta give that. So, enjoyable adaptation, a must-read for fans of Pride and Prejudice and those who struggle reading classics from Goodreads.com. So, it's cool stuff too, and someday I might actually read it myself, but I'm gonna wait till I'm really into the thing. The only closest thing I've seen that's close to the story is the movie Bride and Prejudice, which was kind of where this Indian family goes I think in the U.S. pretty much, and I heard it's kind of like, I don't know how different it is from the original story it's based on. And here's a bit of a glimpse of it, if you guys would like to take a look. So, I actually do like the art style in here. I will give it that. And okay, I gotta admit, this is actually... So this isn't really much, but you'd probably have to get this for yourself sometime. And of course, I even had to remind her that these kinds of books are read from right to left, unlike comics over here, or I think maybe outside China, but definitely in the US, like some of the X-Men comics I have. And let's see if this is willing to actually work, because sometimes it doesn't like me. So yeah, you probably can't really read it because the camera focuses get so wonky, and I'm really trying to click here, but there are classic versions of. Let's see what the following is. You know what? I'm just gonna read it to you. So, The Jungle Book from Rudyard Kipling, Anne of Green Gables, Les Miserables, I don't think I said that right. Dracula, Frankenstein, stories of Edgar Allan Poe, creepy author by the way. And Jane Eyre, and also some stuff from Shakespeare. Maybe I'll get a manga version of Macbeth because I actually love that play. I heard some people probably would think Romeo and Juliet or something like that, and 12 of Night used to be my favorite, but I think I'm gonna go with that and Macbeth. Something about 12 Night just interested me with how so in some cases it could be, but I gotta actually read the play myself. So here is, this is something that I did not get for Christmas, but this is Walt Disney's Fantasia. By the way, as far as I know, I don't think I got any games besides that Mario game. So I don't think I got any Monster Hunter or No More Heroes or whatever. But this is Walt Disney's Fantasia from 1940, by the way, for those that don't know. And lately, other users in my server, such as Albert Wood, have been talking about this movie, and so this is a really good film, by the way. I heard plenty of people just really love this film as far as animation from Disney goes. There are plenty of stuff they made in the live action, which I definitely think needs more attention, especially with videos talking about them. But when it comes to animation, Fantasia is one that a lot of people look back on, and someday I hope to make. If I become a filmmaker, I would love to make a Fantasia-like film based on Gustav Holst's Planets, where each theme of each part based on the planets are based on what the movements are called, like Bringer of War for Mars, if that's what it's called. I think so. Jollity and something like that. And I think you can make something cool like that, but only time will tell. So that's as far as bonuses go. So until then, I'm Audi 5000. So peace.